Trent Alexander-Arnold is a name all Liverpool fans have in this mind at the moment. Despite not leaving in January, his future is certainly uncertain. However, in today's video, we have some massive Trent Alexander-Arnold news after a confirmation has been made. We will discuss this today whilst also looking into the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so as always, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, days after breaking a record for Liverpool in the Champions League, Jayden Danns has left the club to spend the rest of the season in the Championship. Danns became the youngest player to make his first start for Liverpool in European competition when he was named in the lineup against PSV Eindhoven. It came in the young striker's 9th appearance for the first team, but also came on a night where Federico Chiesa showcased the depth of Arne Slot's attacking ranks. With 6 senior forwards fit, the decision was swiftly made to allow Danns to head out on loan for the rest of the season. That comes with Sunderland in the Championship, with the Black Cats beating the likes of Blackburn, Stoke and Preston to sign a player who only turned 19 last month. Before doing so, Danns put pen to paper on a new long-term contract at Liverpool, with his switch temporarily delayed as he recovers from an injury. Danns will bolster Regis Lebré's options up front, joining Wilson Isidore and fellow teenagers Eliezer Mayenda and Treo Gunsui in vying for a place in the side. Though a starting role up front is not guaranteed, with Isidore current first choice, Danns' versatility should aid his cause as he could feasibly play on either flank or, based on his showing against PSV, even as a number 10. It has been a rapid rise for Danns, who started last season with Liverpool under-18s before proving himself worthy of a first-team chance under Jurgen Klopp. He has been able to translate that to more opportunities under Slot, but now the hope will be that half a season in the Championship can help steel him for a more convincing challenge at Anfield next season. Speaking on Danns' potential last month, Slot said, "He will always, like the other academy players, give all he has. James McConnell was also a perfect example of that. If that is your mentality, you can definitely get the most of your potential. That is what's going to happen with him." What that potential is, that probably needs some time to find out if he in the end will be a starter for us. But that he will have a very good career because of his mentality, I'm very sure of. In 9 games for Liverpool so far, Danns has scored 3 goals, averaging 1 every 64.3 minutes. In some massive Trent Alexander-Arnold news, Trent Alexander-Arnold has avoided serious injury and will not be sidelined for a long period, with results from a scan on his thigh confirming good news. Alexander-Arnold underwent a scan on his right thigh on Monday, having been forced off midway through the second half in Saturday's 2-0 win at Bournemouth. The early assessment was that the right-back would not miss an extended spell, and that has now been confirmed via sources within the club. Merseyside reporters, including The Times' Paul Joyce, report that Alexander-Arnold will miss days rather than weeks. He is, however, not likely to be in the squad for the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Spurs on Thursday night, and should not be risked for the FA Cup clash with Plymouth on Sunday either. Arne Slot has long been expected to rotate for that 4th round tie with Championship opposition, and Alexander-Arnold's enforced absence maintains that. Conor Bradley is in line to start against Spurs, and the Northern Irishman could also be retained against Plymouth 3 days later. However, Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah are other senior options, and academy right-back Isaac Mabaya has trained with the first team in recent sessions. For Alexander-Arnold, the Merseyside derby at Goodison Park next Wednesday is viewed as a more realistic target, with it likely that he starts against Everton. Liverpool find themselves in a very positive situation when it comes to injuries, with Gomez, Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota all having recently returned. It leaves their number 66 as the only known absentee at this stage, while Spurs manager Ange Postecoglou could be without as many as 9 players on Thursday night. Centre-back Radu Dragusin is the latest to join their injury list, having suffered an ACL blow that should rule him out for the rest of the campaign. What do you make of this Trent news? It was always a worry when he came off the pitch. Despite some shaky performances this season, he is still undoubtedly one of our best players. So losing him for a long term at this point in the season would not be good at all. Let me know what you think down below. In other news, Doak has picked up an untimely injury on loan at Middlesbrough, with the Liverpool winger set to miss a lengthy period as competition for his spot arrives. Doak has been a key player for Middlesbrough throughout the campaign so far, with 3 goals and 7 assists in 24 appearances in the Championship. But the 19-year-old was absent from Monday night's 3-2 loss to Sunderland, who themselves were yet to confirm Jayden Danns' deadline day loan switch, having picked up a thigh injury. Middlesbrough are yet to learn the full extent of the issue. But speaking to journalists, including the Northern Echo's Dominic Shaw after the match, manager Michael Carrick confirmed it won't be days. He just felt his thigh during the week in training. We'll see how it is, he explained. It won't be a few days, it will be longer. Probably weeks, not ages, but yeah, it won't be days. Shaw described the injury as a hammer blow to Middlesbrough's prospects, particularly as clashes with promotion favourites Sheffield United and playoff rivals Watford and Bristol City loom. For Doak, it could be more of a concern given a late flurry of transfer activity at Riverside, with 3 forwards brought in. Right winger Morgan Whittaker arrived from Plymouth in a £5 million deal at the end of January, before loans were finalised for Aston Villa left winger Samuel Eiling Jr. and Sevilla striker Kelechi Iheanacho on deadline day. Whittaker started in Doak's place on Monday night, and as a permanent signing will be hoping to make a strong case to take over as first choice moving forward. Teesside Live's Craig Johns rated his debut as a 5 out of 10, however. Started brightly and had a couple of nice early touches, Johns wrote. But he faded in the game and offered very little from a defensive point of view while struggling to get into the game in important areas. Liverpool rejected 2 offers for Doak in the winter window, those to the value of £15 million from Crystal Palace and £16 million from Ipswich, with a decision taken to keep him at Middlesbrough. That comes as, according to The Athletic's James Pearce, club officials are delighted with his development and believe he can be part of Arne Slot's first-team plans next season. If the nature of the injury is serious, it is likely that rehabilitation will take place at the AXA training centre, though that is not expected at this stage. Finally, Gary Lineker has discussed a bit of Mohamed Salah's cheeky sense of humour after Liverpool's number 11 joked about following a similar path after leaving English football. A conclusion to Salah's contract discussions does not feel any closer, with the Egyptian now just less than 4 months away from being classed as a free agent. The 32-year-old has fronted the press after recent games, but has offered no new update on the ongoing talks, though he did have time for a joke about his future after meeting Lineker. Speaking on the Rest is Football podcast alongside Alan Shearer, Lineker revealed he and Salah had a chance to talk after the Match of the Day presenter went to interview Arne Slot. Lovely guy as well. I spent 10 minutes with him when I went to Anfield to interview Arne Slot. I had a good chat with him, Lineker said of Salah. Seizing the chance for the obvious follow-up, Shearer made sure to quiz the former England international if he found out whether he was staying or going. I didn't know, Lineker started before explaining, but he did ask me. He was just being funny. He was just kidding because the Liverpool press guy was there. He said to me, "So, how old were you when you finished?" I said, "Well, English football I was 32, and then I went to play in Japan for a couple of years." He went, "Oh, you went for the money, did you?" I said, "Well, yeah, I suppose so." And he went, "Yeah, I might do the same." He winked at the press guy that was there, and it was just a joke. But yeah, he was just joking, but he has got that cheeky sense of humour, has Mo. Lineker did stress, as you can see, that it was a clear joke from Salah, as his future remains undecided. At least someone can find humour in it all, while we all stress over the possibilities. Surely there will be a conclusion sooner rather than later, but that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe for more Liverpool content. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.